Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time zone. It is with great pleasure that I get to introduce and have a friendly conversation with Jayde Duncan. And she used to work that I just found out, at the Digital Chamber of Commerce, among other things about her. So I am very, very interested in being able to share some time with Jayde with everyone. And Jayde, would you like to introduce yourself and give everybody a little bit of your background and your bio?
Hey everybody, how you doing? Like I said, my name is Jayde Duncan. Again, thank you so much for the intro. I did work for the Digital Chamber of Commerce. I've been in crypto for about 2 years, going on 3 now. And I love XRP. So it's not too much to say. I love XRP. I love crypto. I love everything about the space. So I'm excited for this.
And Jayde, so I've never talked to anybody that's worked at the Digital Chamber of Commerce before. So how did that come about?
So I am a former graduate from Morgan State University. And I'm not sure if you guys know, or you personally know, that Morgan State University now recently, sometime last year, we just got approved to be able to do. I'm in the business field, so keep that in mind. I'm in the business field at Morgan State. I've been at Morgan for 6 years in the business field. I just graduated with my master's at Morgan. So Ripple, not too long ago, just got a contract with a bunch of HBCUs and other, a couple other D1, D2, Duke and Howard University, things like that. They just got a blockchain for universities. So I was able to get in the hands with the Digital Chamber, partner up with them. They are partnered with Ripple as well. And they was looking for internship for, a student at Morgan State, basically anybody. So I took the opportunity and filled out the application, and I was able to get accepted. And I just applied, and they were just looking for someone who just was in the blockchain, basically field, and wants to know everything about it. I did all their events. I helped out with everything as far as speaking to people, getting people, just little things like getting people coffee. Just being able to just be around them, being able to just talk with a lot of people in the industry, and just get a lot of nuggets. So I was basically just being hungry. I was just listening. I didn't say too much. I just watched from the back, and I got my name out there, and I wound up in meeting Brad. So I was excited about that. Just little small things. Just you got to keep putting yourself in front of people, and they'll open doors up.
Yes, you have to be proactive. You ain't nothing going to happen if you just sit there. So when you got to meet Brad, Jayde, what was the thing that impressed you the most about meeting Brad?
The first thing that impressed me the most is Brad. He if you ever meet him, he will remember your name, and he will say it as if you and him were friends before he met you. So I said my name one time, and after that he remembered my name. I seen him again when he was on the stage. He called my name out. I gotta sing in the interview so you can see it. He called my name out, and he said my name as clear as day, as if we just didn't meet 2 seconds ago. You know how sometimes you try to remember people's name, and
oh yeah,
you see him in the crowd. That's the best thing that impressed me the most, is remembering someone's name. That is very, very impressive to me, because he meets so many people, and everybody that was there at the interview, so many people were trying to take pictures. So for him to remember my name, and not just me, but other people around in the building as well, that was very impressive for me. I was like, wow, you remember my name.
And Jayde, I know, since you've got an athletic background, that team sports and working together as a team and leadership is really something that you value greatly. How would you assess Brad Garlinghouse as a leader?
Wow. Well, one thing, he's very tall, so me and him were seeing eye to eye. So that's a good leader right there too. When you tall and you stand strong, that's one big thing as a leader as well. But like I said, knowing everyone's name, being able to take control of the room as soon as you walk in, that's a great leadership as well. Being able to just acknowledge everybody, make them feel comfortable, and make them feel I would say want to be around you. Basically, he didn't have, wasn't no attitude, anything like that. It's too many people around me, I'm tired type of thing. He was excited. He had a smile on his face. He was very humble. He had jokes. And he wanted to meet everybody as if that was his family type of feel. So that's the great leadership qualities for me.
And when you originally came into the crypto space, did you, like most of us, Jayde, did you come in introduced first with Bitcoin, or did you just right off the bat run into Ripple and XRP?
Right off the bat, ran on to XRP. One of my colleagues told me about XRP. I knew about Bitcoin. I mean, Bitcoin was always been around. Everybody knows about Bitcoin if they know a little bit about blockchain, but I didn't really study Bitcoin. But the first actual conversation about blockchain was XRP.
And where do you feel like that we are now? When about last October, Brad said that we were in a marathon, not a sprint, and we were at about in mile 23. Where do you feel like that we are now in that marathon? Do you think that we've moved ahead a great deal in the last 11 months or so?
I feel like we had definitely moved ahead, not as fast as I wanted to be, but like he said, it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. So this thing has really taught me a lot of patience. And I think we said what, phase 20 miles, 23. I really feel like now we're about 35. We're not quite there yet, but I feel like we're still in like mile 35, 45 in that area.
And what do you feel like is the number one thing that needs to happen now? I mean, when I have conversations with people about Ripple and XRP, a lot of times they feel like the regulatory clarity is the thing that we need the most right now. Do you feel like that's the next hurdle that we need to overcome?
My personal opinion, I think regulatory clarity is a great one, but that's not my number one. I honestly think now we need more exposure for just blockchain in general, just for the average to even know about Bitcoin and even know what XRP Ripple is. I feel like now is more time for getting commercials out there. Now is more time to get us in front of the TV with this whole thing, and then we can get the regulatory clarity. Because when people start to see it every day and it's like, okay, this is not getting out of the front of my screen, then I think everything else will flow. So that's my personal opinion. Just getting in front of the TV with this advertisement. That's me.
Well, and Jayde, it's funny you mentioned that. That's one of the things that we're trying to do with our XRP Army News channel is to get these moment in time videos made and then get them out there and seen as many times as possible. Because and also see if there's a way that the XRP Army could be working together more efficiently.
Right.
Because if you think about it, Jayde, I mean, if we had 1,000 people in the XRP Army that were all working coordinated together and they were all sharing content all over the place, we could do more to make content viral, I believe, in my opinion, than Ripple could with their ad budget.
Right, exactly.
But people have got to understand what teamwork is all about and how valuable, if we all decided to connect together and cooperate with each other, how much information that we could all get out there to the masses from our community standpoint.
I agree. Absolutely. I feel like now though, our exposure, we expose with each other. And we have our own community. So we're exposing content with each other just to like, oh, let my friend, Bob know, we're all on Twitter with each other, but we need to help and expand it to other people that's not in our community. So that's a great point you made up.
Well, and again, I believe that the stories are more persuasive. I've been in sales for 35 years, and the way that I've learned how to sell is I always start out by telling stories to people. And because they love stories and they relate to them. And the stories that they love the most, Jayde, are about people like them. So if I'm talking to a plumber, I'll tell a plumber story. if I'm talking to if I'm talking to a housewife about crypto, I want to tell her a story about a XRP Army housewife that I met, and tell her story. So that's one of the reasons, again, that I'm real big on stories. Now, I wanted to go back for a second again, because I don't believe a lot of our audience knows a great deal about the digital Chamber of Commerce. What exactly, from your standpoint, since you work there, what exactly are they there for? And you said that they do have some kind of a some type of a tie-in with Ripple.
Absolutely. So Digital Chamber of Commerce, I don't want to speak as if I'm the CEO, but just from my standpoint, when I was there, they're like a middleman, from it seems like. So they have all the connections to banks, to cryptocurrencies, to I'm trying to think of something else, but they're like the middleman. So what they do is they connect. Say you have a company, right? Then you say your company is linked up with the chamber. So they have different marketing companies, things like that. So they're chamber, and they trying to expose these different cryptocurrencies, these different companies to the crypto space. And they have different events that people can meet up, and people are able to just talk with like one, for example, we had one in DC, and we had a big DC event, and it was all with Digital Chamber. They had bought Ripple there, they bought Polygraph, they bought a lot of big people that was in the crypto space. They was able to network, they was able to market, they were able to just get everybody in that space together so they can communicate, they can be able to just chat. Like I said, they're a middleman, so they're just there to get exposure and allow people to have a platform to come together.
Gotcha. And so right now, I usually don't ask people price prediction kinds of things, but do you feel like that we're closer to being able to hit, some price action, or do you think it's still a ways off?
I think it's still a little ways off. I'm not sure when, but I think we're still some ways off as far as in the next 3 to about 12 months. That's just me. Personally, I know it's close, but it's not here as of yet.
Well, hey, 3 to 6 months or 3 to 12 months is a lot better than 24 to 40 days.
I feel like the next 2022, 2024, that's when we're gonna start really seeing like $100. I feel like, or $200 prices. But I feel like now the prices that everybody hitting, the $589, that's like the big number. $589, the big number. So I feel like it's sooner than later moving as far as in that upward trend, but it's nothing compared yet. That's me.
Well, Jayde, I know that you've got a business education background, and yes. but has being in crypto, has that helped you come to a better fundamental understanding of finance and economics since you've been looking into crypto and all this kind of stuff?
Absolutely. I feel like this has been very, very great for me, especially in the business field, because one, it teach me a little bit more to manage my money, to put it in crypto. And two, it also allows me to understand more patience. 3, it has helped me with not only just patience, but it's helped me understand the research and being able to know what you're putting your money into. A lot of people's stocks and things like that, which is not bad, but you put your money into things you just heard from a friend, or you just heard that it's good. But do you really know? If somebody sat down and asked you, what do you have your money into? Do you really know? So this has been great in a lot of aspects for me. I'm not about to go down the whole list, but it's been very eye opener, especially in the business aspect, because like I said, the number 2 is patience, because things does not happen overnight. This is an everyday thing, every day.
Well, I think for me, my degree, I graduated from Appalachian State, and it
Mm-hmm.
was in my degrees in radio and TV communications, and I've been in sales all my working life, and so I never really had any understanding, really, of finance and economics or any of that stuff. But the last 2.5 years since I've been in the crypto space, I've really taken that as a time to educate myself,
Yep.
and I got to tell you, Jade, I don't think that a lot of these financial experts know what the heck they're doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, we're 153 trillion dollars in unfunded liabilities debt in the United States.
I could just do but laugh. I don't know how we did that.
Well, and see, we relied on the government and these financial experts, and look what they did.
Yeah.
So I think that everybody, every citizen in the United States and in the world, take it upon yourself to understand a little bit more about what all's
Money.
out there with as far as money is concerned.
Mm-hmm.
Now, one thing I wanted to touch on as well, Jade, I know that you in our community have noticed the quality of the content providers that we have in our community.
Yeah.
And do you feel like that we've got a better group of people that are giving us videos and tweeting information to us on a daily basis better than any other community out there?
I will always root for my community, which is the XRP community. I don't see or watch or hear other communities. I'm gonna be honest. All I listen to is the XRP community. So I know there's a lot of great people out here, especially giving content in the XRP community. You giving content. I know a couple other people. I'm not, this is your channel, so I don't want to shout out everybody, but digital, what is his name?
Digital asset investor.
Digital asset investor, CKJ, crypto news. I think Crypto is a great one.
King Solomon.
King Solomon is a great one. It's one other one. Rob Cash is a great one. So it's a lot of people out here that's giving great news. And the funniest thing that they always say is, "I'm not a financial advisor."
Yep. Well, they don't want to get sued.
Right, so, exactly. But I just think that's the funny one. Just
very smart thing to say that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right, so as we wind up here, Jade, one of the things that I wanted to ask you is that I'm inviting other people in the community, from our most popular influencers to people that maybe just got involved in XRP and just starting out. Okay. And I'm inviting them to come on and have a friendly conversation and share their story. What would be your message to anyone that I'm trying to invite to come on here to have a conversation with me? What would you say to them about coming on and sharing their story with me?
My advice to someone else, right?
Yeah.
Just sharing their story. I think you brought up a great point earlier, is everybody is different and everybody wants a different story, or being able to, like you say, using sales, being able to relate to a different person. So I feel like someone having the exposure, or someone who may be shy, or someone who may be just hesitant, you don't know just that person opening their mouth, or just saying their story, who they can help. So just being able to just have the inner power to just want to be able to help someone and not just think about yourself. This is a helping business as well, and being able to share your story. Don't think it's little or something small. Think of your story as something that can change someone else's life.
And on the other end of the spectrum as well, if I was able to get DAI to come on and have a conversation with me, wouldn't you like to hear more about
absolutely
personal story instead of him just giving us the news every day? And King Solomon and other people like that?
Absolutely. I would definitely want to hear, and I think a lot of his fans and whoever else does their crypto news, people want to know who you are, and I feel like that they're great representatives for the XRP community. We want to know who you are. And I know for a fact that he been to I know DAI been to what is it, Singapore with Ripple and things like that. So I know he has a great communication and connection with the XRP community. But who are you? You know, who are we sitting here listening to for 22 minutes every day for twice a day out the week? You know, so that's a great point that you made there too. I want to know who am I listening to, but he's a great guy, you know, from speaking, and just everybody on the YouTube is just, they're all great because they giving us taking their time to show us information that we don't have time to collect. So
Yep.
So I all of them are great human beings. I just want to know who we're listening to. That's all that is. So I think that's a great point too.
Well, I appreciate that, and I hope you heard that, DAI.
Yeah, I got it. We got it. Definitely. I'll DM him too. I'll DM him.
Yeah. And so what, as a final message to just the world in general, as we're sitting here in our state of affairs in 2020 with the economic issues we got going on and the pandemic going on and just all of that, Jayde, what message would you like to share from your heart just to the rest of the world? What would you like to say to everyone?
Sum it all up, it's faith. To sum it up, this is faith. Keep patience. I feel like everything has their season, everything has their time, and we gotta stay together, stay safe. Like you said, the pandemic is going on. Just continue to hold your bag, continue to build your bag, and with whatever cryptocurrency you're in. I know XRP is just one thing that we're in the XRP army, but every crypto coin I feel like is going to do good, and some of them are going to do bad. But you just gotta, weed the ones out. But having faith in whatever you put in your money to, not even with just crypto, just with anything, your business, your listen, I play basketball, so little things, just have faith. Whatever you put your mind to, stay focused, be determined, and just like I said, have faith, because that's the number one thing for me is faith.
And Jayde, as an athlete and as a person in team sports, there isn't any I in team, is there?
No I in team. No I in team.
And there's no I in XRP, but there are a couple in Bitcoin. Well, Jayde, it's an honor and a pleasure. And I hope that everyone knows a little bit better now, like you do, that, this Scott guy is one persistent little turd, because we originally hooked up with maybe getting together to do this maybe 6-7 weeks ago. Absolutely. And I just keep after it, don't I?
Absolutely. You stay very persistent, and it's good though. It's nothing wrong with it. And I'm like, oh my goodness, Scott, I keep forgetting about Scott. And then Scott said, Jay, let's go. Nope. When you gonna do it again? Nope. I love it.
Well, and one of the great things that I have gotten out of this is that, and what I'm really looking to do, Jayde, is I'm building friendships, because after XRP moons, then we're gonna have money. Well, what would happen if we kind of stayed connected with each other, and we all had our money issues drastically different than what they are now, and we decided that there were some things that we'd like to try to accomplish together?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well,
if we don't get to know each other and find out who's like-minded, and find out who the givers are, then we've got to get out there and be able to find out who the like-minded people are. So after this thing moons, we can get together and see if there's some people that we might be able to help together.
Scott, you on the mansion list, buddy. I got you for my mansion party. I'm definitely having one, so you're gonna be on number one list, Scott.
All right. Well, listen,
I
Jayde,
love it.
You take care, and I'm very grateful to have met a new friend. And the last thing that I'd like to request is I ask everybody that does a little friendly conversation with me to let's do it again in the near future, so we can kind of update each other on how we see things have developed since August 31st is when we first got to be able to talk with each other. And then let's get together again and have this be a continuing conversation.
Absolutely. I'm for it. I appreciate you as well, Scott. Please let me know whatever you need from me. Please let me know ahead of time too, Scott, because I'm always running around. I'm always running around. But I
Hey,
want to.
as long as I know, then I can work with it. So
Yeah.
I understand now. All right. Well, listen, Jayde, you take care. We'll
Appreciate
stay in touch, and God bless you, my friend. Thank you.
you as well.
All right. Take
All
care.
right.
All right.